Everybody, it's Pandy, and I'm playing World of Tanks. It's been a long time since I did my last video. Come across as rusty and out of practice, I can already know it. This is like my 20th cut, and as much nicotine and caffeine as put into me, I don't know if I can do this. So I'm just going to try to muck my way through it like I normally do in all things I do in life. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Now, when it comes to just being busy, this is the main reason why I stopped making videos. Along with that, I got a little burnout on tanks, but I found the last 3 weeks of playing tanks very enjoyable, even if I don't get to play it every day. So I'm kind of hoping I can start making videos again on it, because I do enjoy making the videos. Even if I get a little frustrated trying to capture the video, it's okay. I'll live through it. So without further ado, because of my insane rambling and all that good jazz, I'm going to go ahead and kick this video off with the M48 Patton. Now, the M48 Patton was a redesign for the M46 and the M47 Pattons. So overall, turret, hull, and suspension systems were all brand new concepts redesigned to allow for more efficient manufacturing. The hull machine gunner position was removed to reduce the crew size to 4 members. 5 machines with 5 crew members equals 25 crew members, and then 6 machines with 4 crew members comes out to 6 machines with 1 extra crew member. All in all, you can just get more machines out there for less people. As, like, a lot like the previous model, it retained its 90mm main gun, as they seen that gun to be effective against the King Tiger, or Tiger tank, or I don't know, whatever they shot that sumbitch with in like testing in 1946. Now, construction began in 1952 and ended in 1959 with a grand total of 12,000 being built. Early designs had it come with a 12-cylinder gasoline engine with a 8-cylinder auxiliary engine. These engines gave it limited range because they were gasoline, and they also were liable to catch fire during combat. And because of the fire hazard, the M48 saw its first modernization in 1959 with an upgrade to a diesel engine. Many of these American M48s still use gasoline engines due to its sheer size of numbers being produced by that point, so they were never upgraded till they were phased out. Now, by the mid-70s, when the M48 saw its first major refit, the A5 modernization allowed for the M48 to carry the heavier and larger 105mm main gun. The main reason for this was logistical, because the M60 was built around the 105mm main gun. This upgrade allowed for a lot of these M48s also to be pressed into service if needed, because a lot of these M48s were already passed down to the Reserve and National Guard units. So this allowed these units to be able to engage in a modern, well, what you considered modern in the 1970s, a modern battlefield in Europe against the T-62As. Now, the M48 combat deployment to Vietnam was uneventful. I mean, these tanks under American forces did not see a lot of tank-to-tank fighting, but by the point that the Americans left, they left a lot of these M48s for the South Vietnamese forces, and the South Vietnamese saw a lot of tank-to-tank fighting with these bad boys. Especially during the Eastern Offensive, where they clashed with T-52s, the South Vietnamese forces armed with the M48 Patton saw a lot of success, mainly because they were in defensive positions and they were just shooting from bunkers. Now, the M48 also saw a lot of combat during the Indo-Pakistani Wars in 1965 and 1971. Early success was found during an armored spearhead in 1965, mainly because the Indians were not prepared for such a force coming at them. However, they failed in being able to capitalize on these early successes, and resulting in a lot of heavy losses for the Patton. Now, these tanks were heavily liked by the Pakistani forces, mainly because they had a longer range than the 20-pounder or the 84mm main gun that the Centurions came with, but they didn't come with much of an HE punch compared to the 20-pounder, so it was kind of like you gotta give some to get some. Now, the M48 did not fare so well in 1971, mainly due to just poor tactics and poor management of forces in the Pakistan army. The lacking of performance is mainly resulting in poor tactics, poor training, and, like I said, poor management. Now, the M48 was featured on both sides of the war during the 6 Days War. The M48 was used by Israel at the time with the 105mm main gun against Egyptian T-34s and Su-100s, resulting in a completely one-sided battle. Now, the Jordanian M48s were defeated by Sherman tanks armed with the 105mm firing heat rounds. Now, part of the reason why the Jordanians got screwed out during the first 6 Days War in the West Bank was mainly because of just Israeli surprise, air superiority, and just lack of training. Now, just from where I'm sitting and from what I've been reading about the M48 Patton's overall combat performance, it really depended on the training and the skill of the operator. It was not any direct response to any particular vehicle. The T-54 was not known into the Hungarian Revolution in 1956. I don't know. It just, bottom line, it comes down to just the management of the vehicles, the way the training is done, and I mean, it just really depended, just like any other army. The tank was not the issue for its poor performance in a couple of scenarios, but mainly because of just the sheer operator themselves. Currently, the largest operators of the time, 2013, is currently Turkey, Israel, and South Korea. Now, all these tanks are due for replacement by their respective governments, but in the event of a major war with any one of these countries, the M48 Patton can still be pressed into service. Now, within World of Tanks, the M48 Patton is disappointing. A little disappointing. The 105mm main gun on this puppy is outstanding. I do like how accurate it is, and even though I'm a baddie at this time and a little rusty on the microphone, if you show a little itty bit of your tank, I will shoot it. That's how accurate it is. If you give me a half chance, I will shoot it off. I had to pick up a T62A to compare both tanks, and I do think the 105mm on the M48 Patton is generally better, or has a better feel to it. I mean, logic would dictate that the T62 100mm main gun is better because of its quicker reload, but I do like to feel that when you press the kill button, you shoot that main gun, you hear that bang, and it does more damage than that 100mm. It just has that better feel to it. I don't know, it just feels better, especially when you're shooting someone's face off. It just feels better. More damage just feels more comparable to the monster boom that you just let off. Now, the armor on the M48 Patton is the disappointing part. The armor in theory can deflect some rounds and all that good jazz, but it just disappointing. You can't effectively haul down with this bad boy. I mean, the mantle is good. It is thick. It can absorb a lot of rounds, but the skin around the mantle is only 76mm thick. Generally, you just can't haul down in this. I mean, if you're an idiot and you're shooting at the tumor, you're gonna miss. Especially if this tank's, I mean, if that's all you see, yeah, go ahead and shoot at it. But if you see the turret, just shoot the sides of the turret. You're gonna kill it. I mean, the armor on that's not all that thick, and you can get through it as long as your gun is bigger than 76mm. That's it. I'm upset about the armor. But around from that, the armor doesn't make or break a tank. Well, it does, yes and no, but it doesn't at the same time, especially if you're a medium tank, as we can see in the bat chat. So as the British lads would say about the armor, it is rubbish. Whatever. Now, the mobility is what you expect out of a medium heavy tank-ish thing. I should say heavy medium tank, and the reason why I say that is its weight is comparable to the IS-3, IS-8, and even the American T-32. All heavy tanks. It does get moving when moving is needed, and it does have a pretty decent top speed of 40 to 45 kilometers per hour. You're able to haul ass when you need to and get to A to B, all that good stuff, and you're able to rotate your haul when you need to, even if it doesn't really matter. It is, I would say, good enough for the tank, and its mobility is not exactly the best compared to its counterparts, but it does get the job done and allows you enough room to maneuver when you need to maneuver. Overall, the M48 Patton is fun. Its gun is what makes the tank enjoyable. It does come with a fast enough reload, it does pack enough punch, and for our American medium tank, it does hit pretty hard. The most disappointing part just has to be the armor. At least on the bat chat, you can haul ass, dodge, and do all those things. With the Patton, you simply can't do that, so you have to play this tank as if it was kind of like a medium heavy tank, a lot like an E50. But you can't play it like an E50, mainly because the E50 is designed in such a way to where it was a pocket heavy, where the Patton is not exactly a pocket heavy because it doesn't have the armor to be able to deflect some tier 8 guns, or even tier 7 guns. I mean, it's not exactly the greatest skinned thing, but generally I did have a good time even with the shortcomings of armor. But I will say that I do not recommend this vehicle for anyone's first tier 10 medium tank. You will be disappointed overall. I know that medium tanks aren't supposed to come with a lot of armor, but it has to come with something, and this is not something. Even with the T62A, you're able to get a lucky deflection with that turret, with that hull armor, where with this, there's no way. Now we're at that part of the video where I get to give away some gold. Right now I'm going to be giving away 6,500 gold to the North American side and 5,500 gold to the European Union side. To win said gold, you just need to post a comment down below, maybe about the question of the video, which is your favorite tier 10 medium tank? I don't have a favorite yet. I will have to say that the Patton is fun, but the T62 is, I just feel better about it. Actually, we can't wait for the new German tier 10, the Leopard. I've seen a video on it from the test server, and I love it. It's badass. I like it. It's fast. It fits more like me. The armor is non-existent, but as long as the thing can move, I can live with that. I can live with that. So I thank you guys for watching. Yeah, I did muck through this. It was something else. Yep. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm Pandy, and good hunting.